Hi everyone. Sorry the lighting is so terrible. We're working with what we got. But the message today is very sweet. Somebody is making you feel again. Or you're making someone feel again. But it's very sweet. The cards that were coming out were in regards to like a first date. So somebody is getting the courage to ask you out, and they are going to give you a lot of butterflies. The energy was very sweet, but the message that was coming out was, with you, I can feel again. This could have been a huge surprise, especially if you were somebody who was enjoying being single for a good amount of time, and then somebody just kind of waltzes in and blows your mind a little bit. It's a very new, sweet, innocent energy, but it almost feels like you weren't expecting it at all. It just kind of happened out of the blue, and you met somebody who knocked your socks off, as cheesy as that sounds, but that's how it feels. You're very nervous. You're very nervous for this. You weren't expecting it at all. It's coming as quite a big surprise, but it's exciting. You're not letting your nerves get the best of you. That's what's wonderful. You're not allowing the butterflies in your stomach, like the beating of your heart, to scare you away from approaching this person or allowing this person into your energy. You're not letting it scare you off like how maybe you would have in the past. You're approaching this very differently. I hope this makes sense. It's like, as much as you're nervous, it's an exciting nervous. It's not a sick feeling in your gut kind of nervous. Sometimes it is. It's like you like somebody so much that it makes you too gosh darn nervous. It's not like this. It's your nervous system is calm. But you still got the butterflies, like, flying around. I hope that made sense. But it's you are coming up as somebody who can take care of yourself. So you could have been independent for a really long time. You've been making money on your own. You've been doing it on your own. You've been in your single independent era. So yeah, you could have been fully minding your own business. Like, this is an energy of you were not on, it doesn't feel like you're on dating apps, like actively looking for a partner. I also get the feeling like maybe somebody found you online, or maybe you're actively online. Like, maybe you post a lot on social media, something like that, and this person could be kind of doing detective work, trying to get to know you, trying to find out what your hobbies, your likes, your dislikes. They're just trying to build up they're trying to read your, like, portfolio, just trying to find out more about you so they can approach you better. But this is interesting because you have a very clear vision of what you want. I'm seeing this as you having extremely high standards. You would not entertain anybody who did not fit within your vision of what you have created within your mind. Did that make any sense? It's like you know what you want. Point blank. You know what you want. You know if so when you approach relationships, you are never going to entertain somebody who does not fit within that bubble of what you want. Because you know exactly what you want. You're like, no, in 5 years, I want to be married with kids. I want to be settled down. And I need my husband, my wife, to be able to provide for me in this type of a way. Or I need them to have a great sense of humor. Or it's like, you know exactly what you want. And you're not willing to settle for anything less. And I feel like you would rather be single than be with somebody who doesn't meet you at your level. That's what I'm seeing. It's like you have goals. You have goals. You have standards. And if people aren't meeting them, then you are fully content on your own. And that's it. Dang. And you could have been very sheltered in the way that you were raised. And that could have like bled into the way that you carry yourself as an adult. Does that make any sense? I'm second guessing myself a lot, but it is, you know what you want. You hold your values very close to you. You could want a very traditional, or you could live a very traditional type of lifestyle, maybe a bit more conventional. And if you don't, that could be something that you strive for, just like really appreciating like if you do see yourself like being a mother and a wife and just stuff like that, and you hold that very close to your heart, and you're just like, no, that is what I want, and if you don't want that, then this isn't going to work. It's like you're holding your values very close to you. You care very much about, it's almost like your priorities. You prioritize, how do I say that? The things that you prioritize come first, and that's it, like, period. If you prioritize your family, nothing else will ever get in the way of you protecting your family. If you prioritize your work, nothing will ever come above your work. Like, you do not allow anything to kind of shift the way that you feel about what you love the most in this world. It's like you are extremely grounded. You are extremely grounded, and it's like your foundation is so solid that nothing could ever break that foundation that you have either built or are building for yourself. I hope that made sense. Let me get another card. This is really interesting. You have a very clear-cut vision of how you want your future to look. Dang, and it's like you've worked very hard. You've worked very hard to get to where you are. I see that nothing has ever truly come easily to you. You have had to work for what you have. Like, this life that you have built for yourself was not handed to you. It came with a lot of ups and downs, and you took it all head on, and you never gave up. You kept, it's that saying of like, if you're going through hell, don't stop. That's this energy. It's like you never stopped. You endured all of it, and you never let anything hold you back, but it's you have been through a series of like unfortunate events where it was just like one thing after another and you never gave up. And that could be why your values are so strong, because you know what it's like to not have these things. You know what it's like to be in times of crisis. And so it's like these things that you have now obtained or want to obtain in your future, you know how significant they are. You're not taking advantage of this life that you have or the life that you are building for yourself. You're not taking it for granted because you know what it's like to be in lack. And you don't want to be there anymore. You don't want to have that scarcity mindset of constantly being scared of the next shoe to drop, or like the tower falling on you. It's like you don't want to have to worry about that, whether this is in regards to the people in your life who support you, money coming in. It's like you never want to have to worry about it all crumbling and falling apart on you, because you've been there before. So you are truly trying to like build this solid foundation, so you know that even in hard times you're going to be okay. And that's why this vision that you have for yourself is so strong, and you're not allowing anybody to mess it up, because you're like, no, I know what I want, and I know what I don't want. I know the types of energies that I do not want to let into my life, because I'm not allowing you to mess this up for me. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, let me get one more card, but we have this, like, gosh, interesting. We have this energy of you not allowing yourself to dream. And, okay. Okay, y'all. We have this energy of you not allowing yourself to dream. And I think this is because you have been around the block before. So that could mean that you are extremely practical, right? You're a realist, right? You're not somebody who gets lost in a daydream. Maybe you have gotten lost in a daydream in the past, and that has completely maybe led you astray. It's like, even though you have high standards and you have a vision of what you want your future to look like, it's all very practical, right? This is an energy of you being like, no, if I want a house, I'm going to have a mortgage. This is not the energy of, I want my Prince Charming to save me on his white horse and take me away to our castle in Ireland where I live happily ever after. That is not you. And you're not even going to entertain anything that is not realistic. Like, you are an extremely practical person. You could be like an earth sign, or just embody that energy of being like, this is what I want and this is how I'm going to get it. And you're not fantasizing about anything to a point of making you delusional. You are definitely not delusional. And whenever you feel kind of delulu about any sort of a feeling that you're having in regarding money, work, love, whatever it is, you're not allowing that thought to sit in your head. But there's an energy of of allowing those thoughts to be okay, especially in regards to your future. If there is a crazy idea that you're having, something that you want to try that might seem unconventional, because, right, you are very traditional. There's an energy of allowing yourself to have those moments of dreaming a little bit too big, even if it does seem delulu, right? If something is a little whimsical and you're like, it's like, maybe allow yourself to entertain the idea of something crazy and magical coming into your life. You don't have to accept it, but you can entertain it. You can learn more about it. There's an energy of, in regards to your future, if there is some crazy dream that you have, don't immediately shut it down because it's unrealistic. Okay? And there is something new coming in. And it feels like you are ignoring it. And I'm feeling like this is the love energy that I was picking up on. Somebody is going to come in and they're going to kind of shake your foundation. And they could be a little bit more whimsical than you are, so that might kind of turn you off at first because you are a practical person, and they could be a bit more, maybe aloof, maybe a little bit, maybe a bit more artistic, something like that, more of like a creative, okay, kind of like, I want to say woo-woo. You know how people kind of make fun of artsy people for being too woo-woo? It could be that kind of an energy, and that could turn you off at first, where you're like, they're not realistic enough, they're not serious enough, they play around too much. It's like that, and that could turn you off at first. That could definitely turn you off at first. Yeah, I see you being extremely successful on your own. You're focused on your money, you're focused on yourself, and that's why this thing that is coming in is gonna like throw you through a loop, because you're like, do I really need it? But it shows you like turning your nose up, which is funny. That's funny to me. Because you're so focused on yourself. You're like, why would I need that? It doesn't fit into my vision board of the year. See? But it is. It's like somebody comes in, and at first you're going to be like, well, I don't... Love wasn't on my vision board of 2026. Like, you know, like I wasn't planning for that. You could be like that. You're like, I wasn't planning to fall in love. You know, I'm too focused on work. Like that wasn't even on my mind. And then somebody comes in and they surprise you. And they make you, so the main message was, when I'm with you, I can feel again. And that's how it is. And at first you're going to turn your nose up to it. I'm not saying that you're snobby. That's just kind of the energy, but that's okay, because you're taking care of yourself, you're focused on yourself, you definitely have your guard up. You're not letting anybody in easy, you know? But it's like with this person, it's that energy of allowing yourself to be kind of delulu. It's like those butterflies in your stomach, having that new crush energy, that sweetness that comes in. It's like they're gonna melt you in a way, and that might feel uncomfortable for you because you have been taking care of yourself for so long. So that when you do start to feel those deep feelings, there is an energy of like, whatever, like you being like, I don't care that much. Actually, I don't care that much. It's like you get so in your head that you're like, do I even, like, are they even good enough? Like, it's that kind of an energy, but slowly it's like, slowly you are going to realize that you have a lot of fun with this person. You guys could start off as friends, and just take it very slow, and very slowly they're gonna win over your mind, because that's where you are at the moment. It's like you are very much in your head space and maybe less in your heart space, and they're gonna win over your mind, and very slowly you're gonna let that, like, maybe that judgment that you hold towards them, or there's just an energy of you just being not impressed, right? And I think it's because you're just not interested in love at the moment. It's like you're focused on so much else. Like, your mind is on a million other projects that you could be doing, that you're just not, love just wasn't on your mind. And then it comes in and you're like, oh wait, I actually enjoy spending time with them. Oh wait, they actually make me laugh. And it's like slowly you let your guard down. If all of these things that you maybe thought that you didn't want slowly start, like, what am I trying to say? All of these things that weren't on your vision board for 2026 start appearing, and you realize that they actually fall in quite nicely with this idea that you have for your future, this foundation that you are trying to build. And even though there might be a couple, like, I'm seeing you building a house, right? And it's like you have this whole grand plan of the layout for this house that you're building, and then suddenly, like, somebody pops in and they're like, what if we had an attic? What if we had a basement? What if we had a loft? What if we had a second bathroom? And you're like, why would I do that? That doesn't fit in my plan at all. And then slowly you're like, actually an attic might be really nice. Actually a second bathroom might be really nice. And that was a really weird analogy. But that's just how it feels. It's slowly you're like, wait, I actually think they would fit quite nicely in my life. Because you're very practical, right? And you're like, actually, I think they would be a really good life partner because of A, B, C, and D. You know, because they're a great listener, because they make me laugh, because they can meet me at my level. It's like you're making a full pros and cons list. That's what I'm seeing. And so, even though you are so focused on yourself and focused on your work, like, truly, I mean, you put yourself first. You value this life that you have built for yourself, but so don't be so closed off and kind of judgmental towards this new energy that is coming in, just because at first you think that it isn't going to fit into your life in the way that you want it to, because this person is going to show you that they fit in all of the ways that you need. And you're going to realize that you can make room for them in your life. Maybe you thought there was no space to have a partner. Maybe you thought you had no time for anybody else, and you're going to realize that if you prioritize this relationship, you can absolutely make space for them. And it's not going to be as difficult as you think. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Love you guys.